Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. Drill out a center. So, I think it all looks good. We'll take it out and go over to the lathe. Well, I'll tell you, I'd much rather take this and put it in the big lathe and hog off all of this material. But the fact is that the big lathe is set up to do another job, and I don't dare tear it down. Okay, so let's just see what we got. So that hole is a bit off, and I really want to be on. I think what we're going to do is, oh, we can't put it in the 4-jaw, can we? Ha! Well, we can get rid of all of this material first, and then we can just figure out the hole. Yeah, the big lathe would, take off 100 thousandths at a time. This little guy, I'm lucky if I'm taking 20. But, just plug away at it. 20 and my belt slips. Well, the wife's going to town, and these days of COVID, a journey into town is like, a monthly event. So I want to go with her because, hey, a shopping trip, a grocery shopping trip into town is like, oh, it's the most exciting thing that's happened in a week. So we'll see you probably later today, maybe in the morning. Okay, bye. All right, it's later in the afternoon, and we're still plugging away at this with this little weak-ass lathe, but it's a good lathe. Just hasn't got much poop. Okay, we flipped it around and we're working from the top side now, and we're just going to clean that up. I don't know. Something's up. It's loose. That's what's up. Okay, what I want to do is, I'm going to have to come out to 1 inch. What I want to do is come in with about, oh, I don't know, a 9/16 or something like that, bore this out, and then come back in with a boring tool, or drill it out and come back in with a boring tool and bore it out so that I get a good accurate surface. All right, let's see if we can slow this down a bit. I mean, we got to go to 1 inch. Why not just take it to 7/8 right out the gate? Now, we're going to have to slow this thing down in order to get that, because remember, this thing has no poop whatsoever. But in compound, yes. Okay, so what we need to do is figure out how much room we need for our ball to fit. And I'm thinking it's gonna look to me like, well, 1 inch. Let's get a scale. So 1 inch hits right about there. And I'm seeing some real wear marks right there. Yep. So I'm thinking we're going to want a good, not quite a quarter. Let's go 200 thousandths. So 200 thousandths. Let's move the this over, bring it in until it touches, and we know we're right up against our face here with the nut. So that would be the beginning of the 200 thousandths. So what have we got? Oh. Okay. Need to move this in a little bit more. We've got 200 right there. Okay, so coming all the way out, 1, 2, all right, good. take it in. One, two, and that should get us right to where we want to go, I think. We're going to go in and kiss our line and see what it looks like. I'd say that looks pretty good. Okay. So that's our baseline. We're going to go 1, 2. Brings us back to the baseline. Let me make sure. Yep. 2. Now we can take the and then bring the stop right up to it. So we disconnected the dial indicator and we brought the stop up so that the carriage stops at the same place each time. And I think that's it. Yep, looks pretty good. About 200 thousandths. Okay, so now we come to the size of the thread. And the thread size is, can you see that? Yep. We've got 1,310. 1,310. Threads are 18 threads per inch. So if we go over to the chart over here, well, actually I'm going to bring you over here because this is kind of cool. This was shown to me by my friend Robert. All right, so we're looking at a decimal thread chart, and we're going to come in to 5/8 at 18 threads per inch, which is 5781, right? And then we come down to 5/8, which is 6250, and we subtract those, and I will do that and be right back. If we go to 5/8, which is right there, and we come over to 5/8 18, 5/8, oh, we can actually get both of them in there. 625 minus 578, and that turns out to be 55. But then we come up to 9/16, and it's 9/16 18. Oh, first we'll go to the 9/16. 562 minus 515, and that's 55, I think. All right, if you add those two up, it comes to 47 thousandths. Now that 47 thousandths can be used anywhere at any size. It doesn't have to be just 9/16 or 5/8. It can be what this size is, which is 1 310 thousandths minus 47. So, but if we say 48, it would be minus 24 on each side. So we're going to go to 310 thousandths. So 1 inch 287 thousandths. I'm going to write that down. 1 inch 287 thousandths is our minor diameter. And what are we doing now? What do we got? We've got 1 inch 10 thousandths. So we have 277 thousandths to go. Or, in this case, 135 and change. Okay, so because we're dealing with this small lathe, we got to go slow. We might be able to take Okay, we got about 25 thousandths left. I'm taking a 20 right now. Okay, 265. So 20 more. We're going to take it 10 at a time. And we should be sitting right at 275. Well, 278. So 87. Yep. 87. 287, right on the money. Okay, that's good. Now, what we want to do is we want to come inside and chamfer that inside edge so that when the ball hits it, where is that ball? There it is. When the ball comes in and hits it, it has something reasonably flat to land on. And I'm guessing that ball is going to hit right about there. So I'm thinking we've got, I'm not sure. Well, where's it hit? Here. We're going for 1 inch. Okay, it hits way up there. I'd say that's about a 45 degree. So let's work on 45 here. Well, you're not going to see much, but we're coming in at a 45 here. We're going to take out and that just might be enough. I like it. Not knowing what the original one looked like, I think this is going to do the trick. So, the only other thing is we have to have enough threads. We haven't got enough threads. Oh, wait. This thing sits inside of our cup. Oh, a fair amount. Okay, so let's measure that. So we need, oh. We need about 700 thousandths. Let's see what that looks like this way. Okay, this is the real way it's going to go. So at this point, the bore, the minor diameter bore, is a little light, or a little tight. So we're going to go in and recut that bore. Oh yeah, that's better. That'll slide right in. Okay, it goes that way, but it needs to be a little bit more threads. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm thinking more threads. So we're going to just make that web all the way down in there. There's probably 100 thousandths worth of room there. Yeah, we could come a long ways before we even begin to get thin. So, come back till we touch. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, that gives us some room. I like it. Okay, so we're set up. We're ready to cut some threads. I'm looking at probably an hour just to get this thread set up. I had to cut a new tool because I didn't have anything that would do an inside. So I think we're all ready to rip. Let me get... All right, so we're gonna go 47. So let's say 48. So 24 in. And we've already done 5. Well, that's not even close to deep enough. I can see it. We're gonna give it a try. Well, I guess it is. All right, well, it felt loose, and it's certainly looser than I wanted it to be, but I put it on there and cranked on that thing until the cows came home, and it didn't seem like it was gonna slip or slide around, so I think we're good. reasonably nice. Okay, flip it around, do the same thing on the other side, and we have a finished nut. Come in somewhere right about there. Looks good. So now I want to come in and just kind of round off these sharp edges. Not that anybody will get cut, but that it just makes it a little smoother. Let me see if I can go find a file. Okay, nice fine file. Okay, well, here's our nut. And the ball rod goes in like this, and it's supposed to have about that much rotation, and if he wants a little more I can just throw it on the lathe and open it up just a tad more, and that goes on this part like that, and tightens down on that ball, and it allows this to adjust to the sidecar, and then once you got the sidecar in place and adjusted, then you tighten down on the bolt and you don't have any movement. Okay, well, I think that's pretty much it. And I'm telling you, that was a kind of a fun little project. And I'm getting paid to have fun. I love that. So, it's about 6 o'clock in the morning. This is Nick Collier, checking out.